somehow this composition.
There are professionals said that the right and left sides framing are very important, but there are also professionals said that it doesn't matter. And all those who said that have never had popular or viral work.
You became more curious about these two inconsistencies, right? Especially if you are an animator or content creator. Even though we may both not fully understand this yet, but when we look back at content that has gone viral, it might actually contain this right and left composition. But is that even possible? So I started looking for clips from old anime that still go viral when someone re-uploaded. And the content that recently appeared on my Twitter feed turned out to be this one. You can see here that Yuko is positioned on the left side of the frame, and her expression is actually a result of the previous event, carrying a clay task when suddenly it started raining. Even before the incident, Yuko, she was still positioned on the left side of the frame, because they were already in an unpleasant situation. In the work of Gunter Kress and Theo van Leeuwen on visual literacy, movement to the left signifies difficulty, challenge, or regression, while movement to the right represents positivity and progress. But unfortunately, this scene follows the rule of 3 in comedy, meaning that despite Mai's dodging efforts, she still gets hit at the end of the scene. But if the previous clip wasn't enough, there's another example that clearly explains why movement to the right and left is crucial in a scene. Let's take a look at this clip because this scene also went viral on the internet. It's when Mio is attempting... Movement to the left is often used for comedy, but in this scene, it strongly conveys a sense of challenge and difficulty. Just like the temple scene, where numerous obstacles and hardships appeared, so the director precisely focused the left side of the frame as the central point of the unfolding story. But what if we flip the scene and have the movement shift toward the right instead? Now I need you to try to feel about this scene. When Mio runs to the right, you feel at ease. You don't try to guess or map out possible punchlines stored in your memory. Movement to the right makes you simply accepting whatever happens next. But when you watch the original version, where Mio runs to the left side of the frame, you instinctively start predicting what will happen to her. So everything that moves to the left of the frame subconsciously makes you start predicting and digging into your memories, randomly searching for anything that might fit the upcoming scene. So why does this happen? This mindset has been ingrained in your subconscious from childhood to adulthood, much like a video player's time bar. When the time bar moves to the right, you let events unfold, knowing that whatever appears next is something new. But when you rewind to the left, when you want to revisit an interesting part, scrubbing through the time bar makes it easier to spot the surrounding clips. And this works exactly like when you try to predict a scene in a comedy, where several random imaginations pop into your mind as a form of prediction for the upcoming scene. But what about the previous Nichijou clips? Every clip that moves to the left is part of the original sequence. And analyzing the movement composition left me completely stunned. When your subconscious is busy predicting the upcoming scene, your conscious mind gets hit hard with an absurd gag, making it as a reward that entertains you. Well, it becomes different when this scene showcases Mio's progress as part of the comedic gag while also hitting Yuko directly. But the moment gets reversed, with a leftward movement signifying regression as Mio's attempt completely fails. But check out how this composition makes the scene even more interesting. It wraps up the scene in a fair way, with Mio falling perfectly upright in the center, showing that both characters are on equal footing in their playful clash. So the fact that several of these clips still go viral even more than a decade later proves that this anime was crafted with meticulously calculated composition. Well, There are still so many fascinating compositions in this anime, but even just this 5-minute video took me a week to gather all the data. Because great storytelling grabs attention, but deep knowledge is what truly makes people smarter. Share and like.